On this edition of the Fifth Estate. Our nation's capital besieged.
But guess what? Did you hear what she just said? Ottawa besieged.
But who was going to end it? Police seemed helpless. At times, even complicit.
I support you.
Complicit?
Oh,
dude.
Give a hug is complicit. Yeah.
We want those great Canadian truckers to know that
Of course, they
we are
had
with
to have
them
Trump
all the
in there.
way.
You have said about Mr. Trudeau,
Oh,
somebody's
here we
going
go.
to make you catch a bullet.
Somebody is going to make you catch a bullet, yes, for what you're doing to the people.
Well, do you not see that that's promoting violence?
That's not promoting violence. That's my opinion, which I'm free to have.
And I'm seeing a country fall apart.
Yeah.
Divided more and more and more. I'm seeing families that over opinions end their relationships with each other.
Yep.
This breaks my heart. This isn't the Canada I grew up in.
But he makes a valuable point that you don't need faith to see that people were so struck with fear and what ifs that they literally would outcast their own family members from even
100%.
coming to birthdays and stuff. And I know a few people that did that.
This time, his timing was perfect. A year and a half of pandemic had left Canadians exhausted and frustrated. As his Winnebago headed east, Bader's call for freedom seemed to strike a chord. That essentially said, we want the government of Justin Trudeau dismantled, and we want it replaced
Nope.
with.
No,
what-
that did
let-
not
let
say
me just
that
finish.
anywhere in there. I've got it right here.
That
Let-
we
let- let
we
her
would re-
finish.
it would be replaced with a committee of unelected people.
No,
May I?
no, it would not be replaced.
Okay, the committee would do what then?
I love how he doesn't let his
Hmm.
wife talk.
To make sure that the government followed through with ending the unlawful mandates.
The mandates are not unlawful, and they're not just federal. Most have been legislated by provinces. But Trudeau was their target. And a month later, the Prime Minister unwittingly handed them a gift. A vaccine mandate for cross-border truckers was coming, whether truckers liked it or not.
Why did she call it a gift?
Yeah.
That's weird.
So that's when Bader's anti-mandate, anti-Trudeau protest morphed into
Whoa. He was about the mandates, and now that's how they slipped in anti-Trudeau?
Well, so here's the interesting thing about this whole thing. It's like, it's just, stick it to him tactic, because when you really think about it, what need would you have for, like, how would this decrease the spreading of COVID by, like, mandating the truckers to get the shot? It's like, first of all, most of them already have the shot, 90%. They're constantly citing that number, 90%, 90%, 90%. And then here you go. So 10% of truckers now who are not in contact with pretty much anybody except, like, maybe the person at the border, like from like a 2-meter distance. And then you're going to be saying that this is going to be really, like, just because they're crossing the borders, that's going to be helping slow the spread of COVID to such a degree that it's worth doing this?
In Drumheller, Alberta, high school teacher Kurt Phillips hunts right-wing extremists online. He started
Hunts
following
them?
the convoy.
Wait. High school teacher. Wait. Alberta high school teacher?
Oh, he
Hunts?
must be so popular. Like,
Oh, wow.
Phillips hunts
on.
right-wing extremists online. He started following the convoy organizers and could see their support growing.
You might want to change your name to Ishmael.
Yeah, he
Or
said some
drop
stuff
a bunch
I
of chains
wasn't
down the
agreeing
stairs
with.
and call yourself Chong Ching Ching Chang.
Oh, yeah.
what is this guy
Race-related
talking about?
Whether supporters understood who was leading the convoy, the trucks became a symbol of some kind of change. And some politicians, whether they understood it or not, were quick to capitalize.
We need to show truckers that we appreciate their hard work and that we're going to stand up for their right to peacefully protest.
But how peaceful would it be? When we come back, the convoys descend on a city
Oh my
unprepared.
God, you're drinking water out of
Yep.
We sit down with Pat King.
What are you telling your people out there? What should
Stand
they
your
do?
ground.
So people will be arrested. You accept that?
Sure. Go ahead and arrest us.
I'm losing my sanity because of you guys.
I'm losing my house soon.
Our core negotiations were a demonstration for 3 days in the nation's capital and the return of those vehicles and demonstrators to the parts of Canada they came from. That is what we planned for.
We told them we were staying here indefinitely. They knew what we were doing the whole time.
You told the Ottawa, this is important. So very clearly you told the people that you were talking to, we're coming and we don't know when we're leaving.
That's right.
We're not going to leave until Justin Trudeau lifts the mandates.
Absolutely.
So that was clear to them.
That was clear as it is, as bright with these lights in here.
And what did they say when you told them that?
No problem. You have the right. You have the right to freedom of assembly and peaceful protest.
So hold on, pause it for a sec. The guy on the
sitting at home
right
watching.
there, standing behind him, that was
Dick with ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy that was lying, talking about Photoshop and shit, saying how the protesters that collided with the horse got back in protesting. Yet, literally, I had pictures of her being escorted away after the horse trampled her, and that's one of the pictures. So he literally lied about that too. You see the red jacket right there?
Oh yeah.
That's the woman that got trampled. That was on that mobility device. Trust me, I was on everything. I knew exactly what was going on. That was the dude that shot the Rebel News girl. Yeah.
Holy, what did he shoot her with?
It was one of the smoke grenades. People were saying it's a beanbag. It was either one of the smoke pellets or it was one of those foam bullets.
Now we're standing at the Senate, and directly across the street is the House, and we're gonna go stand on the hill. Hey, Justin, are you home?
Now, don't forget, Pat King is the organizer who once predicted.
There it is again, calling him organizer. He was a leader of one of the truck groups. He was not an organizer. Again.
The day before the protesters arrived, the Integrated Terrorism Assessment Center circulated a warning to police. Some ideologically motivated, violent extremism followers had seized upon the rally. A second assessment, a week and a half later, warned the protests could be an opportunity for lone actors to conduct a terrorism attack. Even as the convoys were en route, questions were being asked about whose side police were on.
People are super good. The truckers have been having a good time. They've been getting their point across, and they can't ignore all of this.
Oh, for sure that guy got fired.
I really wanted to give a shout out to all the truckers. I think what you guys are doing is incredible.
I get what you guys do.
I know.
I support you guys 100%.
Thank you.
True to their word, protesters settled in for the long haul.
They feel emboldened, they feel invincible, they feel like they won't have any consequences for anything they do.
The protests grew, especially on the weekends. But by weekend 2, angry residents were protesting back.
If the cops aren't willing to help us, we've got to do it ourselves.
But organizers clearly saw their arrangement with police as a license for everything that followed.
Did you tell them that you intended to come here and blast your horns at all hours of night and make it difficult for people to
We're
sleep?
pretty quiet at night. A lot of people
Well,
sleep
you weren't
at
at the
night.
beginning. You weren't at the beginning.
Well, no, at the beginning, we were going to make sure you remembered that we were here and not to forget about us. And it's just a horn.
It's just a horn.
Ottawa police put out a tally of arrests made and tickets issued. But
It's
all
true.
residents could see was that the trucks remained.
Peaceful non-compliance has always, always, always been the objective here.
Peacefully, with bear hugs, with love, with smiles.
The couple behind the original convoy assured us violence was the last thing they wanted. But there were all those Facebook posts.
You yourself, Mr. Bowder, have talked about and predicted World War III starting on Canadian soil. You have called for the arrest of Justin Trudeau on treason.
Yeah.
For treason.
I'll keep calling for that.
That's a violent thing.
No, it isn't.
How is it a democratically elected prime minister of this country, you are calling treasonous?
All these laws that he is elected to uphold for all of us have been violated. That's treason.
When you start throwing around words like treason and traitor, that
Okay, so let me get this straight. Let me get straight that when the Canadian of the people says it's treason, yet that the Prime Minister can call them white supremacists, racist, and misogynists, that's okay. That this is where the hypocritical thing of the tier system comes into play.
100%.
Somebody is going to make you catchable, yes, for what you're doing to the people.
Well, do you not see that that's promoting violence?
That's not promoting
suggesting
violence.
That
That's my
somebody
opinion,
should-
which I'm free to have. I have freedom of opinion and I have freedom of speech, and that's what I said.
But you are an organizer. People look up to you. You're talking. You
Again,
say
called an organizer. He's a captain. That's what, like 5-6 times now?
this stuff.
And
you don't think that somehow influences the people who look up to you?
Not at all. Political correctness is why we're in this problem right now. If I don't have the freedom to say what I feel on my head and the top of my head in a heated moment at some point, and I'm going to be ridiculed and raked over the coals in the media because of something I said, people can't handle the truth anymore. Everybody wants to walk around with their eyes like this, nothing to see, nothing to see. Well, it's time we take those blinders off.
So people like Jeremy Mackenzie kind of creates the environment for this to occur. So if you shout gun or rope when you feel somebody's a traitor, and you shout insurrectionist kind of language, you shouldn't be entirely surprised when people take you seriously.
And some people do take him seriously, including some politicians.
He's been covering this. I wanted to get him as a Canadian on first to give us his take on how big this is. And
Since arriving in Ottawa, Mackenzie's had his own moment in the limelight, a guest appearance on a popular right-wing online show in the States.
Fencing, the blockaders who ripped down fencing, the blockaders who ripped down fencing.
Prayer. That does not, if you're going to rip shit or tear shit down, I'm sorry, you don't pick it up nicely and pile it off to the side.
Yeah.
Jeremy, it's Gillian Finley from CBC News Fifth Estate.
Okay.
The day after the meeting, we invited Mackenzie to an interview. He declined.
Well, I don't have any comments for you guys, especially because I don't trust your network at all.
Hours. It was all over quickly.
This is not the end. I promise you.
What Ottawa police had been unable to clear for 3
Oh,
weeks
that's so
was gone
sad.
in less than 48 hours. The city returned to its residents, Canada's parliament freed from the circus that had occupied its front yard.
From the circus.
Yeah.
Oh, these
We're
people.
here. We ain't fucking going anywhere. I don't care what anybody says.
You think you've won, don't you?
We know we've won. We have. We have won. Look at it around the world. And it's not a matter of winning. It's a matter of coming to terms with the fact that people just want to live their lives.
Yeah.
Can we please?
I can
Can we
believe in
please
that.
just live our lives?
Could you please step out of the vehicle, sir?
What's that?
You're under arrest, sir.
For what?
For mischief, counseling.
King was one of the first to be
mischief.
rounded up and recorded his own arrest.
Disobey court orders,
I'd like to get my lawyer on the phone right away.
sir.
I have the right to a lawyer.
Of course you do.
Yeah, so I'd like to call my lawyer presently at this moment in
Sir, I need to
time.
make sure everything's safe. So I'm.
Oh, you're safe, man, and you always have been.
Where the Bauders are now remains unclear. They arrived in Ottawa under the guise of freedom and unity.
I believe we're on the right side of law and the right side of history on this.
That's true.
Okay.
They, like so many, came believing they were going to change this country. 3 weeks later, Canada has changed. Not in the way the protesters demanded, and not in a way that most Canadians yet understand.
Holy crap. That was sad to watch. They're not even like giving you the facts and letting you decide. They're straight up telling you what to think now. Crazy in my mind.